Oona, congratulations on the film. Now, I've got to say congratulations on something else as well, because you're actually on the cover of this week's edition of the Radio Times. It's okay. I've brought a printout for you. There you are. That is this week's edition on the newsstands. And you're obviously delighted because I was going to ask you how you felt about it.
I'm going to go and buy myself a copy.
You must. Absolutely
That's
must.
so cool. Oh
You obviously didn't know about that.
No, I don't know about anything.
I'm glad you're pleased.
That's so cool.
You are, of course, the new face in Avatar. So tell us a bit more about Varang.
Well, Varang.
What's she like? She's kind of scary.
Pretty spicy. She's pretty scary.
Spicy's a good word.
You know, she's complicated. Her ash people, you know, they come from a place in Pandora that was devastated by a natural disaster, and so she had to reimagine what it was like to be in her world, you know, and she found a way to harness the power of her grief and her pain and turn it into her greatest strength and weakness, but you know, and then inspire her people to do the same and kind of reorient them in a whole new way of being with a mythology that she discovered by going to the heart of the force that destroyed her world. So she's a very complicated, but that she's there to add a shade of gray to a beautiful blue world that we know and love, you know?
And, of course, she's also one half of the film's rather deadly power couple.
I know,
with
right?
Quaritch.
Romance of the century, can I just say?
I don't think it's very romantic, actually. How did you go about developing that on-screen relationship with Stephen Lang? I mean, how did the performance capture technique actually influence that? Did it make it easier, if anything?
I don't know if it made it. I mean, I've never worked with slang outside of the performance capture context, so I don't know. But I feel like both of us are very familiar with theater. I came from theater. You know, slang has done a lot of theater, and I feel like that piece of like imagination and focus and commitment to like the fantasy that we're creating and the truth of the moment is something that came really easily to us. And then, I mean, you've met Slang. He's like the most charming person. Like, I was helpless before him. He's just so witty and he's a scoundrel, but he's also extremely well-read, and he really reminds me of my mom, which is a weird thing. So, but we got along, and I think that when you get along with somebody and I feel very safe with him and very held by him and was very inspired by him, so it was easy. It was easy to work with him. It was great.
Now, I heard that you plastered the walls of your trailer when you were filming with all sorts of traumatic photographs.
I won't do it again.
It sounds like you were going kind of method.
I wasn't going, I don't know, I mean, I don't even know what the method is. I never really got into the method, but I did want to just make sure that I honored the immense suffering that she had been through, because I didn't want to turn her into a two-dimensional character. I wanted Varang to be, for people to be able to feel her pain at every turn and understand her motivation, even though they would do things differently, which I would as well. But I felt like her pain was such a defining feature of her life and her personality, the way that she is. She is defined by the things that hurt her and the things that she lost. And so I feel like it was a way to access it, and I won't be doing that again if we go again. I'll use my imagination, which I learned how to use in this film.
She is an amazing character. I mean, for me, I think she's probably the standout, next to Quaritch, of course.
Yeah, of course. We're nothing without one another. We complete each other.
Exactly. It's been lovely to talk to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm glad you called him Slang, because I asked him if I could call him Slang as well. And he
yeah.
was like, yeah, fine.
Yeah, I know. I called him Steve Lang a couple of times. I was like, oh, I don't know how to say that.
No.
Steve Lang.
I found it on his Instagram page.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys!